Hello and welcome back to Fixer Upper. This is my favorite kind of video to make. Okay, this is the series where I look at houses that you all have built, houses that you made intentionally bad, abandoned, broken down, and then I come in and try to renovate them. So this house is called Abandoned House. It's 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It's about 52,000 simoleons by a user called Naya on the gallery, and it says this house has been abandoned for 10 plus years. And we just found out that the person who's bought it, this used to be their grandmother's house, and she's been looking to move out of the city. She finally has this house, and she's like, wait, this is a sign. It's my grandma's old house. Like, let's buy it. They want to keep the shed and the cow plant that are in the backyard, which is wonderful. They want a kind of modern interior, and their budget is 15K. Can you help them out? And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, hang on, I have a vision. It's very on trend right now. You know this like modern farmhouse, sort of like white house with black windows? I think you know the type. We've all seen it on HGTV. I mean, this house looks very similar in shape to what we're working with here. And so I was like, now you wait just 1 minute. This is perfect. And so I think we're gonna try and turn this house into that sort of modern farmhouse vibe. Now, we only have 15,000 simoleons to work with, but we should be okay there. The shape of it is great. I don't even really want to change anything about the exterior. It's just obviously really run down. The landscaping is beautiful. They did an amazing job, like, furnishing it and stuff. And I don't know if you saw, but they only use Seasons and Tiny Living for this build, so we're only gonna use Seasons and Tiny Living in our renovation. But for a quick tour, as you can see, the backyard is full of junk and it's overgrown. We've got this shed they were talking about that they wanted to keep that has 2 cow plants, a baby and its dead grandma. I cannot get over the detail and like how they use the tool mod to place all of these boards and stuff. I love the massive wraparound porch and the balcony upstairs off the parents' bedroom. When you actually come inside, there's a little small entryway. They've got this beautiful little office with French doors into it. They've got a bathroom downstairs that's got a broken toilet that's literally shooting up water, so we gotta fix that problem. We have some plumbing issues to solve. And then they have this like living, kitchen, dining space here. And I can't get over the detailed placement of like all of these boards and, you know, the bottles and stuff, and they use the tool mod to make this amazing build. I'm so impressed. Look at all this. These are all individually placed little boards to build that border. Like, they really did an amazing job with this house. Upstairs, there's 2 bedrooms. They're both kind of dirty and run down also. As you can see, there's like spider webs everywhere and stuff. And there's 2 more bathrooms upstairs. And so I think we've got a lot of good bones in this house. We've got some good potential. We have like 15,000 simoleons. Let's try and renovate this. Okay, so here we go. We're getting started. First things first, I'm going to delete everything, which I always feel kind of bad about because, you know, they spent so long placing all these items down and I'm just like, all right, goodbye. Just delete every little beautiful piece of clutter that you have placed. Remove all of it. It kind of worked out though for us. I mean, a lot of this was debugged, so it was free, but like by selling all the furniture and things, we kind of had some extra money from clutter to actually furnish the house. So I think we had like 50,000 maybe to work with at the end, and we used debug landscaping, so the house ended up being like right on par with the budget. The 15K was a good number for us to renovate the house with. We could add some upgrades, but not like totally need 1 million simoleons to make the house ridiculously expensive. And a lot of our upgrades were like cosmetic, not to be that person, but like we painted the outside, we changed the color of the windows. They're all in the same place. You know, we didn't add like a big extension. I did put a tiny little bump out upstairs to have an extra bedroom. So the house ends up being 3 bedrooms plus the office. I actually swapped out the bathroom for a bedroom because in my mind, I was like, we don't need 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. We probably need 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, you know? So I swapped it around, which I think makes more sense, and it's good for like actually playing in the house. You've got some more space. And then of course the exterior was really simple. We just painted it and then it was done. I want to give a quick shout out to all of you who've been building fixer-upper houses for me. If you want to build one too, it's really easy to do. You just build me a nice rundown house, post it with the hashtag #FixMeLilsimsie on the gallery, and then I might find it and renovate it. This is like truly my favorite thing to do. I love fixer-uppers. So if you want to build one, just hashtag #FixMeLilsimsie on the gallery. You don't need to have a lot of packs or anything. Don't worry. You can totally do it with just the base game. But if you want to play with us, just build a rundown house, even just for fun. Like, it's super fun to build houses like this, like trying to find cool things and clutter and trying to like make a rundown looking home. It's really fun. And then renovating them is so fun. Like, honestly, if you want to go through the gallery and like try and find one to renovate, there are a ton of houses that you can try and renovate on the gallery. I can't recommend that enough. I do think that this renovation is one of my favorite transformations yet. Like, I think that the before and afters are gonna look really funny because we have this like old, dark, rundown house, and then I made it like stark white and black. I think it looks really, really cool at the end. I'm really proud of this one. I had a lot of fun furnishing it. I also just think it's a good size for actually playing in. Like, the backyard is still massive. There's a nice balcony for the parents. You've got this huge porch. There's that shed for things. Like, you have a cow plant. I mean, you really can't go wrong with this house. You've got all the bases covered, right? Like cow plant, balcony, 3 bedrooms. But it's definitely good for actual gameplay. I feel like you could totally fit like a few kids here if you want to have them share a room or something. The kitchen is beautiful. Like, there's a wonderful big dining room and there's like a sunken living room. Like, it turned out really well in my humble opinion. I did actually expand that like sunroom on the right side of the house. I made it 1 tile bigger because I was trying to figure out the floor plan and I struggled a lot with it because that side of the house with the furnishing is all like a big open floor plan for the living room, kitchen, dining room, but it's kind of like skinny, and so I wanted to fit a living room there with a fireplace, but like there wasn't a lot of space for a couch and like to have an open walkway and stuff. It was kind of hard to fit, so I actually just gave myself like 1 extra tile and then swapped the dining and living room. So there isn't a fireplace anymore, but like honestly, we can pretend that the original house, the fireplace was broken, you know, it was a fire hazard, you couldn't light it, it was dangerous, so they removed it. Which I feel like is not that ridiculous for a real house. Like, that probably would happen. And it's like so expensive to restore that kind of thing, to have to like rebuild the chimney or something, so they just took it off. Although I feel like if I was buying a house and it had a fireplace, even if I couldn't light it, I would love to just have the fireplace still there as like a focal point in the room to like decorate the mantle. But I live in Florida, so the idea of having a fireplace is like so foreign to me and sounds so beautiful. I'm like, wow, you could have a fireplace in this house? Wow. It's like magic or something. I don't know. I would love to have a house with a fireplace. I see these pictures, like all these like people, these house people on Instagram that have these beautiful like picturesque Pinterest houses, and they have these like stunning mantle decorations around Christmas time, and I would love to have something like that. Maybe one of these days I'll get a house with a fake fireplace. I have no need for a real one. I live in Florida. Like, there's absolutely no point in having a real functional fireplace. It would be nice and like cozy to light a fire, but like, let's be real here. That is not necessary. It is hot. It is hot all the time. But yeah, this house is very much inspired by those Instagram people. You know, this style of house is like so on trend right now. Do you know who Studio McGee is? They're like bloggers, a family, and they have like an interior design company, and they have a Netflix show now and like a Target line of furniture. But this is like very much the style of what their real life house looks like on the outside, I feel like. They don't have the stark black windows, but like this like modern farmhouse sort of vibe is like really on trend right now. I've seen a million houses like this on Instagram. I follow a lot of house people on Instagram. I like watching and like following these like interior design like decorator people because they do such cool things and their houses are always so pretty, and I just like to look at them because I'm not as handy as them. I can't like build things like they can. Like, I follow somebody who literally built her own kitchen. Like, she redid her entire kitchen, like built the cabinets and like did it all by herself. What? Like, all the tiling, building the cabinets, like everything, did it all by herself. And that is like magic. Superhuman. Obviously I don't have any experience in that field. Nor the ability to do such a thing. But like, I just think that's so cool. I love to follow these people on Instagram, and their houses are always so pretty. Like, I'm so into it. All I can do is pretend to be them in The Sims. See, I can do it too. I can design a new kitchen in The Sims 4. One of these days I'll design a kitchen in real life. One of these days. Just not today. Before I forget though, I wanted to quickly announce and remind you all that today I'm doing a charity stream on Twitch. If you want to drop by, my link's down below in the description box. We're fundraising for Able Gamers today. I'll be live for 12 hours, literally all day, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and when I post this video, I'll still be live. So if you want to come by and hang out with us, I'm linked down below. We do a lot of fundraising for charity on Twitch, and today is another time of that. If you don't know what Able Gamers is, they're a wonderful charity. They work to improve accessibility in the gaming space. They do things like provide specialized controllers to people who need them. Gaming is for everyone, and they're working to make that possible. I have a lot of respect for Able Gamers, and I'm very excited to support them on stream. So if you want to drop by, if you have any money to donate, don't feel obligated to, but like, even if you have like $1 to spare, feel free to come hang out and donate to charity with us. I swear I'll stop talking about it. I've mentioned it like 3 times in my videos this week, and I feel bad being like, hey, by the way. But I just want to make sure everybody's aware of the plans for this weekend and stuff. So there you go. I swear I'll stop now. I will link Able Gamers, our Tiltify campaign, and my Twitch stream down below. Feel free to read about them. Like I said, they do a lot of amazing work. But anyway, back to the house. I swear I'll stop. I swear. The inside is very like white and bright and like light colors and cozy and stuff like that. I didn't want to make it like all stark black and white inside. I feel like that's really not like the vibe, you know? So I tried to make it have sort of like muted wood tones and like muted colors and white wood and stuff like that. I think in real life, these windows are not really the vibe. Like, I think I wish that the windows had like white trim on the outside and like the black panels on the inside. I will literally find a picture. Aha! Okay, see, this is the kind of thing that I wish we had more of. See how like the trim is white and like just these like inner panel bits are black? The Seasons windows are like way too much. Like the Seasons windows are so like thick. I want all that thick wood part to be white and then just that interior bit, the like wood pieces that are on the glass. That part needs to be black. But like you don't have the white and black swatches. We just have all white or all black. And the white ones kind of have like a grayish black interior, but it's not good enough. Like I wish that I had create a style for this reason. I wish that I could like mix and match things, because in The Sims 3, you had this like create a style tool that you could literally change every color of everything. Like if you look at a dining room chair, you could change like the back, the legs, and the chair cushion, all three separately, and pick whatever you wanted with literally a color wheel and like a pattern wheel. So you could pick any wood color you wanted, any wood type you wanted, any pattern for the cushion you wanted, and then do any color you wanted. Like you had so much control. And like, I don't know if I need that much control back, because I used to spend far too long decorating in The Sims 3. But like, if I just had the ability to change like two parts of something separately, like the outside and the inside, or like the bedspread and the bed frame, or like the kitchen cabinet and the kitchen counter. If I could change that stuff separately, oh, we would be in business. Like that would be so good. I think mostly for things like the kitchen counters and the beds, that's what I really want. Or even for like couches, maybe you want to have like white legs on the couch and have a green couch, but the green couch only has black legs. Like what if you want to mix and match it better? Because right now you're really stuck when you're furnishing between like, oh, I want to have a pink bed, but like the only pink bed that I want has black wood frames. So like everything else in the room has to be black too to match, but then it's like maybe not the vibe you're going for. I don't know. It's never gonna change in The Sims 4, but we can dream. Maybe in the future Sims games, like if The Sims 5 ever comes out, maybe in The Sims 5 we'll have like a little bit more control, kind of like in The Sims 2, or like how it works in House Flipper. Bring back House Flipper, but in The Sims. I used to play House Flipper so much on YouTube. I haven't done it in so long. I like House Flipper. It's a fun game. Maybe I'll play it again at some point. Should I? House Flipper, basically, TLDR. It's a Steam game, and in it, you like clean up and renovate houses, but it's like first person, so your character has to like actually paint the walls, and you actually like sledgehammer down the walls, and you actually mop up all the dirt in the house, and then you can furnish it and sell it and stuff like that. House Flipper is really fun. It used to not run the best on like computers. I was gonna say like lower end computers, but honestly just computers in general. It kind of didn't run great, but it was really fun. I'll link some of my videos. I have like old videos on House Flipper though, and there's a lot of new things they've added and changed, I think. But I can link the playlist if you want to watch, like just watch one to get a feel of the game. It's really fun. Like I think if you like this kind of thing, like Fixer Upper in The Sims, like you would love House Flipper. I don't think it's on Mac. I'm pretty sure it's only on PC, but if you want to play it, I think it's like 20 bucks on Steam or something. I really think it's a great game. It's so like satisfying to have your character like clean the window with a squeegee and then like paint all the walls, and it just, oh, I like it a lot. It's really good. I'm literally pulling it up and checking. Yes, House Flipper is indeed $20 on Steam. I think they also have some DLC. They've got an HGTV DLC, luxury DLC, garden DLC, House Flipper VR. I didn't know they had a VR one. See, I'm out of the House Flipper loop. It's been a while. Imagine playing that in VR. That's kind of cool. I'm just saying. Anyway, as you can see, we've come a long way with the house that we're actually renovating in The Sims now. And I'm changing all the windows, we got everything all set up, we're adding columns, fixing up the shed. I had a lot of fun landscaping this house. I always do. I don't know why, but like digging around in debug and trying to find cool things to use is always really fun. And I got to do like a cute little curvy path between the house and the shed and like put some gardening things. We didn't have a ton of money when I got towards the end. I think I had like maybe 2,000 simoleons or so to put furniture in the backyard, which isn't like a small amount of money, but I almost wish I had a tiny bit more because I'd like to be able to put a bunch of like playground equipment. I think we've got a swing set in the backyard and like a couple planter boxes maybe, which is not that bad. Like you could always have space for, you know, activities if you wanted them. I think I do wish that I had like a super nice like curated patio with a pool and like a fire pit and stuff. I feel like this kind of house would have that, but also we only have the base game and like Seasons and Tiny Living for this, and there's no fire pits in those. And also, like, we didn't have a lot of money, so we just had a grass. we don't have a lot of fancy patios and pools, we just have grass. But you could always, if you wanted to play in the house, you could always like upgrade to have a pool later on. I tend to do that a lot with my actual Sims builds. Like if I'm playing in like fall and winter, I'm like, I don't need to pay for the pool yet. I'll buy that when it's summertime. Like we'll get there when we actually need it. We don't need that right now. Spend money when your Sims can like actually use it. If you try and use the pool in the winter, they're gonna die. They'll like get in the pool and freeze. And that's not always what you want. It's what you want sometimes, but not always what you want. Only sometimes. There's a very specific time and place that you want your Sims to freeze to death, and I don't think that your average everyday Sims household is that time and place. But what do I know? Maybe it is. maybe you always want your Sims to freeze to death. But we're done with the build now. If you forgot what it looked like before, as you can see, it was a little bit different. It was a little bit messier back in the olden days. Let's bulldoze this and we'll place the new one down. It turned out a little bit differently. Like I said, it's about 60,000 simoleons now. It also uses only seasons and tiny living. I only wanted to use the 2 packs that the original builder used. I didn't want to like use packs they didn't have. So I made sure to just use seasons and tiny living with this one. And this is what the house looks like. I am so pleased with this house. I think it looks so pretty. Like I'm genuinely so excited about it. I will give you a quick tour in case you missed it. So the landscaping, stunning. We have that beautiful big wraparound porch. I didn't have a ton of money to furnish the porch, unfortunately. I think we ended up with like a couple hundred simoleons left over, so we didn't have a ton of room to add things. The backyard's pretty empty as well. We have those cow plants they wanted to keep, and we have that little shed they wanted to keep. I put like some planter boxes and like a decoration box, but we didn't have a ton of money for the backyard, like I said, so we just have like a trash can and, you know, swing set. That's it. But when you actually come inside of the house, there used to be a wall here that I deleted and I opened up. I figured it made a lot of sense to have it nice and open. It kind of works with the house, and also I think it makes sense just in general. Like a lot of times when you renovate a house like this, they just open up the walls and make it bigger and things. We also raised up the living room a tiny bit. I don't really know why. I think partially because the dining table was so tall, like the backs of the chairs are so tall. We were like, can we make the living room seem taller? Because these couches are so low, like low backed. But it just kind of like adds some dimension, I guess. I don't know. Oh, these columns are glitching. The columns always glitch with platforms. It's so weird. When you post it on the gallery, like, it was fine before, and then when I downloaded it back off the gallery, it was broken again. The kitchen is all black and white, which is also stunning in my humble opinion. We have those French doors into the office still. Office just has like, you know, a computer, a bookshelf, and like a guitar. That downstairs bathroom no longer has a broken toilet, not to brag. And then upstairs, we actually added that 3rd bedroom over here. This used to just be a bathroom. The wall was like right there and it was a bathroom. We added a tiny bump out to make the bedroom a little bit bigger. Still an ensuite right here for the parents. They've got their bedroom and a balcony that I made bigger. I actually made this room like 1 tile bigger. So the balcony's pretty large, and so is the living room downstairs. And then we have this one kids bedroom, which I love. This is one of my favorite kids rooms ever designed. I think this is so cute. Like, I am so into this bedroom. I would love to live here. I never used this rug, and so I based the color scheme off the rug, and I think it turned out really pretty. But anyway, that's the whole house. It's on my gallery if you want to download it. It doesn't have a ton of packs. Honestly, if I had to pick just 2 packs for you to buy, if you were to just buy 2 off of my recommendation, Seasons and Tiny Living, that 100%, and this build uses those 2. I love Seasons. Like, the gameplay it adds is so useful, and I use tiny houses in like every save now when I'm building with a new family. Like, every time I make a new sim, put them in a tiny house, get double skills for a while, like literally every single time. But on that note, I'm gonna go. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I also love Parenthood, by the way. The perfect bundle, Seasons, Parenthood, Tiny Living. That's in my humble opinion, though. I mean, of course, what you like is probably different than what I like, but those are my favorite packs, personally. I use them all the time.